All right, so ICE is continuing to crack down on the very dangerous and violent criminals that have invaded this country, absolutely invaded. And you know, if they sure did get them at that Hyundai plant, they really got them. And they're continuing their great work of going after violent gang thugs at construction sites as well. We're going to cover a story that, I mean, it shouldn't give me a chuckle, but like I made a joke in my head. I'll say it at when I'm reading an article that just made me chuckle, and I was just like, I'll cover it. But like it's not funny. It's not a laughing matter. Like these are people who are trying their best to make it by in the US, who aren't actually gang members or responsible for crime or responsible for any of these scapegoat items that Republicans like to throw at them. This is from NBC News. Construction workers fleeing ICE raid. Construction workers from a construction site fleeing ICE raid climb fences around CIA headquarters. Construction workers fleeing an ICE raid at a building site near the CIA on Wednesday tried to scale fences around the spy agency's headquarters, according to a person with knowledge of the matter. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officers did not inform the agency of the raid in advance, of course not, and the incident caused a traffic jam outside the CIA complex in Langley, Virginia during the morning commute, the source said. The New York Times, imagine like being late to your job or just being inconvenienced by a bunch of Gestapo thugs raiding your construction site to arrest a bunch of people. Like, thanks. I feel so safe. You're really doing a good job at mopping up actual criminals. A CIA spokesperson said by email that law enforcement responded to a security incident at the agency complex but did not offer more details. ICE did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Trying to evade the ICE officers who arrived at the building site, some construction workers ran towards the CIA headquarters and tried to climb, the ring of fences that surrounded the complex, the source said. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you trying to be sniped? Like, what are we doing? As a precaution, the CIA temporarily shut down access to the agency to check whether the perimeter of the campus was secure. The workers who tried to scale the fences did not breach headquarters security or pose any threat. But they're gang members, man. What do you mean they don't pose a threat? Kidding. I have to be a dick or just sarcastic, or else I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I'm tired of covering farm raids and construction raids and Hyundai raids, and then this administration in the same breath turning around and building the alligator Alcatraz deportation depot, reviving the real Alcatraz, or expanding Gitmo to send these people to. And they keep parroting like, we're getting these violent criminals. We just arrested a bunch of illegal aliens, a bunch of violent gang members. It's like, no, you didn't. You just picked up a bunch of people at a fucking construction site. You just raided a Hyundai plant. Well, you're raiding people who are going to work every day. What are we doing? What are we doing? And anyways, I don't want to forget my joke. It's so stupid, man. Like, you know you're evil, and that you are just completely evil. I'll leave it at that. Evil. When you got motherfuckers trying to evade you by fleeing and trying to breach a CIA building, trying to get away from you. Congratulations, you're so evil that people feel like these immigrants are safer breaking into the CIA perimeter than going into custody with you. That's how crazy it is. Like, imagine, like the CIA, they're notoriously like, some sketchy motherfuckers. They've done a lot of sketchy shit to American citizens over the decades. Like, and these people, and my heart goes out to them, man. Like, I I doubt anyone that was arrested in this raid at this construction site was actually a violent criminal or like any criminal aside from not having paperwork. So my heart goes out to him. But like, you know, it's bad when these motherfuckers have to flee to the CIA to try and get safety. God, like, I feel like in like, you know, 20, 30 years, we're going to like, the United States is going to become the new Soviet Russia, not because of like communism or policies, but just to kind of meme the age old meme of like in Soviet Russia, insert fill in joke here. I feel like in the United States, insert joke here, because we as a country have lost the plot so much that it's unrecognizable just how far we have fallen. Not saying that like before Trump took office that we were in a high place, but like he took that downward trend and just stomped it just fucking right into the ground. Like at least with Kamala, like we could have just had a steady down, like it would have been like, you know, business as usual, but like Trump's like, nope, right to the ground. And, you know, focusing all this effort on these mass deportations, even though every study, every report, everything about every study about immigration in the U.S. not only shows that undocumented, documented, no matter what status of immigrant, commit significantly less crime than natural-born citizens. So you're not solving the crime issues by deporting the people who statistically commit the least amount of crime. In fact, studies show that when you have an influx of immigrants to an area, crime actually decreases, believe it or not, despite what, you know, whatever narrative they're trying to feed you, or whatever immigration, like some random immigrant committing a crime, and whatever they can push narrative or use those instances to say like this is justification to deport them all. And and it goes further than that. Like studies show that they are a huge benefit to the economy. They aren't the reason why wages are low. They aren't the ones taking all of our jobs. But no, we ignore that, and people accept that framing so we can scapegoat them and, you know, cheer the government on cracking down on them while not doing anything to materially improve your life. While in fact, doing a lot of things to materially harm your life, like cutting food stamps, cutting Medicare and Medicaid. And then, you know, of course, like that's just scratching the surface, man. And then, you know, we just ignore that because we accept their framing and like, yeah, they're cracking down on trans people and immigrants, so like this is good. And it's like, what do you mean? Trans people, immigrants, gay people, whatever, the black people, like whatever scapegoat they want to use, like this isn't even like on the this is nowhere close to contributing to the issues this country faces. Like, in fact, especially with like immigrants, these are a population that provides enormous benefit in so many ways to the U.S. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a guy who actually just reads fucking like actual studies and reports instead of just believing the framing of some politician that I like because they're either on my team or they're charismatic or whatever. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.